How's it, guys? I hope everyone's having a great day and a great week. I just want to do a quick update on the market. Obviously, we saw a massive dump this week. Ethereum's down 14%, BNB down 6, XRP down 10. Everything almost double digits. Even Bitcoin down 6%, Solana down 10. So I want to speak about what we can expect for today because obviously it is a crucial day. And why is it a crucial day? Because we have CPI. Okay, so we do have CPI today, and obviously, guys, you know, um, if the actual is greater than 3.1, then this is bullish for the dollar, and it will probably be bearish for crypto, right? And right now, the current sentiment for crypto is very bearish. A lot of people are stressing, panic selling. You know, a lot of coins are just absolutely breaking supports, breaking lows. So it is a little bit of a crazy time in the crypto market, but CPI data could potentially be a catalyst for today. Okay, so we do have to look at this, guys. Really strong. Strong catalyst for crypto and for the dollar index. Okay, so just looking back at what I'm looking at for today, so I want to just quickly look at total 3. And yesterday in the Telegram group, what I was in the group, what I was saying was basically, we've lost this level, guys. We've lost this key level over here, this range. If we look at the 4-hour time frame from yesterday as well, we did lose this range on the 4-hour, the daily as well. It's just not looking too good here for the total crypto market cap of the altcoins. Okay, so I do expect price to actually come down and retest these lows over here, right? The reason why it's this low over here is because, do you remember when you have that dump on the 11th of October, right? That massive dump when Donald Trump raised tariffs by 100% on China, right? This was that move. Okay, and this is where the key level is, right? So I'm expecting price to potentially come down to this zone, and potentially get a bottom, and then we get it push a little bit higher here. The thing is, there's not much happening over here. There is some type of support over here, but majority of support is sitting at 777 billion, right? So for total 3 market cap, I do expect a potential move to come down a little bit lower. Okay, and the thing is, right now, guys, it's super hard. Yesterday, I'll show you the setup yesterday. Remember, we took longs for Litecoin, right? So if we have a look at Litecoin, not Litecoin. This was, that was on the other day, and then it absolutely ripped it and would have hit TP3, but it was, which token was it? Let me have a look quickly. I'll come back to it, but I'll come back to that trade. But essentially, let's just go over Bitcoin quickly. And I just want to speak about Bitcoin and what's happening with Bitcoin, and then I'll go back to the trade. But it was super choppy yesterday, and that's pretty much been the whole week. And it's been super hard to get continuation trades, right? And I think that's the main thing. So can you see with Bitcoin quickly on the 4-hour time frame, what has been happening right over here, right? What's been happening is price is still trading above this 86,200 level. Okay, so that's pretty much the only bullish thing that we have right now for Bitcoin. Okay. Do I expect price to continue high over here? Not really, right? Not really right now, because the more we test these lows, the weaker it becomes, right? So there is a possibility that we come down lower today, right? We come down on the lower time frame. Nothing really happening on the 1 hour there, but if we look at the 30-minute, this is something to note, and the 15. Let's look at the 15. Okay, so what I'd want to look at here for sells, because the market is, Bitcoin is bouncing off this level, but I don't see Bitcoin breaking this high over here, right over here, because this just looks like a huge fake out to the upside. Yesterday we had a move, and then it actually closed back below the range. So what I'll be looking at for today is, we obviously have this block over here. I would want to see price, get above this level here, at least on the 15 minutes, and then that would give us a little bit of strength to go higher. Okay. But if we lose this trend line, guys, I will be interested in taking sells, and this level over here just becomes a lot weaker. It becomes a lot weaker because we've already tapped it multiple times, and there's a big chance that we can come lower from the zone. Okay, so right now there's not much to do. We can potentially get a move higher, but we'll see what happens. It's going to be super choppy today. I don't think we're going to get many setups for today just because of CPI, and it's super risky trading CPI days just because of a lot of fake outs, and a lot of people also trade CPI, which is why people get rinsed. But for Bitcoin, very simple. for structure right now, obviously we broke structure to the downside. So this type of structure is still corrective. It is bearish though. This is just an impulse to upside. I do think that we can potentially break this trend and come lower today. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm looking at for Bitcoin, right? And if we have a look at ETH quickly, remember yesterday what I was saying, guys? I said there's a potential. It was just ranging, right? Ethereum was literally just between this box and this box over here, and I was looking for a breakout trade to the upside to take out these highs. You could have actually taken this, but very, very minimal here. But 1.8%, not too bad on a 20x. It's about 36% trade. Very, very not that bad. But the problem is the stop losses. For me, I always put my stop loss like below the previous wick, and our stops would have been, you enter here, our stops would have been almost like 3.5%, which is crazy. So there would have been a negative RR. But which is why I wasn't really interested, and you can just see it's just a huge fake out to the downside. So right now for Ethereum, if we look at current price action, we do have this level over here. Okay, we are still getting rejected from that zone. To be honest with you guys, it's super choppy right now, and it's hard to actually get a trade within this market right now. So it is best to just be patient and just wait for a clearer direction of what's happening. I do think obviously breaking these lows, it is bearish. Do you think we can come lower? You look at ETH on the daily time frame, you can see that we do have this beautiful huge gap over here, right? One sec. So this level here, there is a potential that we can reclaim like this zone. And this is the zone that I am interested in longing, right? The reason why this zone is so important is just because of the fact that, we've had multiple rejections from this level. We've had, look in the past, right? This was massive resistance, right? This was keeping price down for months, right? Literally since from May to, when we get the breakout, July. Okay, so for months, price was just trading within, below this level, right? So there is a high probability chance that we can actually come a little bit lower here on today. Okay, so for me right now, what can I do? What can we expect? I am expecting price to come down before we go up. Okay, which is why I'm not really looking at longs right now. But like I said, structure has to change in order for longs to be valid. For Bitcoin, even getting a close above here, maybe retest this level and then come back down or something like that. But it's just super tricky right now with the market, but we'll see what happens after CPI. I do think that it would be important and it would be wise to actually just wait for data to come out. But just a quick update on the current market. I do think that sells are more valid than longs right now. So I hope everyone has a great day, and let's hope CPI is bullish for crypto, because like if we look at others, let's have a look at the 1 month. The 1 month chart, we spoken about this. Do you remember like COVID crash, right? And then it actually stayed back above, but the problem is this is, the 1 month closed below. We are at support right now, which is something to note, right? We also have this level to the left hand side over here for others. This is the potential bounce zone for the market. So we could potentially come down, potentially take out these lows, flip bullish. That's the only thing that I can pretty much see here. But closing below this trend over here is not a good sign, because if you look over here, what happened? It didn't even close below. It actually closed respecting, but had a massive bottom wick. So I was expecting potentially that this was very, very similar price action to what we had in COVID, but obviously it didn't pan out that way. There is a potential for price to actually just bounce from this level over here. So I'm expecting a bit of a drop, around about 8 billion drop, maybe a bit more to fill this wick, and then potentially flip bullish. So we'll see what happens, but we'll see.